and we've got nothing.
I keep forgetting. I have to do that.
Yeah.
It's because I'm not even like in a rush anymore because I don't have hope.
Yeah, I don't
I
either.
don't do anything.
I cannot believe they won't, but I'm not going to beat that over too much because what are you going to do? But April's coming.
As long as we're asking for it, they're not going to do it. Or they're just going to pretend like they did do it again. And
well, I was going to say, they're probably going to say they lit it up on a certain day when nobody even knew about it.
Right.
Oh, well, we already did it.
And not have proof of it being lit up.
I got to find someone in Canada. I feel like I need to find someone there and call them. So they might be a little more honest to me than the people on this, the Niagara County. Niagara Falls. When I get to City Hall, what are they going to do?
Right.
They're going to just tell me, to go to hell. So anyways, the Reporter, we know that place. Remember, let's go back in time. The Niagara Falls Reporter, way back when there was, he's dead now, but his last name was Hudson, whatever, Mike Hudson. He did a lottery. He did some things. He was a different type of guy than what they have. He did some good reporting on some stuff.
Was he the one?
Yes, Local 91, the whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
I heard it was good at one point.
It kind of was. It was a different thing. It was different. You know what I mean? Like it had an edge to it. Like back then, it was kind of cool because we didn't have this, so there's no internet, no podcast type stuff, and they seemed to be the counter to the Gazette. You know what I mean? They were like the counter. They were going to do, and you felt like, you wanted to actually pick that up for free because you never knew what they were going to say. So you had that thing about it back then. And ever since that guy passed away, we don't have that no more. Yeah. Now what I notice they do is, in my mind, is they pick a side. I don't care who it is. It could be, red versus blue. They take red side and just hammer blue, hammer away. Usually, it's like the mayor. Now, I have no love lost for what goes on.
They don't care about the truth either.
No, I don't know. Well, for example, the mayor, I don't have any caring for him. Could care less what they say about him. But I know when they're attacking him over the arena thing, it's on behalf of NFR.
Right.
And they're just doing it. But not too long ago, in 2019, they loved the mayor like he was a savior.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, look at the stuff they write. Mm-hmm. It's crazy. So let's see here. Oh, Stacy's here. Hi, Stacy. How you doing? I want to bring up what we found the other day, or you found it or something. Look at that.
Yeah, this was great. This was written by Gerald Scrollin. Guilty until proven innocent, coming soon in the Niagara Reporter. Now, he posted that after Stacy called him out. Everybody was calling this guy out about him, in the Niagara Reporter, and he wrote something. I don't know if he meant to write it or what, but he goes, "We hope she gets raped." He said that about the girl, about an article that they were in. Stacy called him out on it, saying, like, are you a reporter, and did you just say that you hope that somebody gets raped? And he got upset about it, and he just deleted his whole entire post because he was getting called out. But that was that right there is in response to me, basically, with the Nick D'Angelo situation. So they're basically saying that they're going to write another article, but I know them. That's not going to be an article, an apology or anything. It's going to be basically a big F you to me.
Sure.
That's what it's going to be. The Niagara Reporter is going to slant, and I want them to. I'm asking you, do it. Write an article.
They know that.
They know the trial's coming up.
I don't know why, though. It's really nuts for them to get into this again.
Yeah.
It makes no sense because, first of all, I mean, they're not gonna. It's not the same as it was before for them. No one really cares what they do.
They were dead for the longest time, and nobody gave a shit.
Yeah, like no one cares anymore. I mean, they did what they did in 2019 with the mayor. They tried to push him because they didn't like Deister and that whole thing and Picarello and all but now you are on the side of Niagara Falls redevelopment. Yeah. The ones that have been our nemesis forever. Right. Basically, along with the state of New York. It's not just them. But it is amazing. And now you're going to try to tell me, and I don't even know what Gerald is. He's not a writer. He's not a reporter.
He's like a cheerleader for them.
Yeah, that's what it seems like.
He's like a cheerleader. He's like, I'll relay this message to Frank.
Like, his name is nowhere to be found.
Yeah, like friends with them.
That was Nick D'Angelo.
He's a real guy.
Some old fool who thinks he's something.
Yeah.
Sounds like yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Well, he is guilty. He's already a sex offender before and is guilty for that. Yeah. Gerald is an idiot from Scott.
Yeah, he is.
I just don't know. It's like we talked about this, like a hornet's nest. Why would you want to start this?
Why would you, especially when we got your paper taken down in the first place?
Yeah, why do you want to restart this whole nonsense again? And why would you want to be on the side of Nick
Right.
D'Angelo?
And what's
Like, what
so
do
weird
you-
about writing an apology?
Right.
Like, that's how you know Nick is still there. Not
Right.
only did Frank tell me that he was, they already admitted it to me. Not only did Gerald Skrlin admit to me that Nick was still there, but why?
Maybe they're being pushed by Nick.
That's another
Do
reason why they're not
say
writing
something,
anything. It's
Say
because-
this, get on the thing and say this for me.
Oh yeah, well the recent article they just wrote was about the guy from the casino and this girl Carrie. I spoke to that Carrie girl on the phone. I've spoken to her, and I'll tell you right now, I know for a fact she's getting representation for free by Nick. And
You've done more in that story than they did.
yeah,
Way more. You know more about. You should have wrote. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Then
know.
they would know because they only know. Go ahead.
Yeah.
One side of it.
oh, they only know one side, and so but they did to that guy what they did to me. Slandered, said without even getting any of the other side, like the facts on the other side, nothing. And Frank goes, well, he didn't respond to my calls. Well, he doesn't. Nobody wants to talk to you. Nobody knows you enough to want to talk to you. But that doesn't mean you go on and you slander somebody and you without knowing a full story. I've spoken to that girl, Carrie. I spoke to her, and I'll tell you right now, I'm not. I just know for a fact she ran to Nick D'Angelo and said, "Please do this story." She told me she was going to go to Nick.
Right.
She literally told me she was going to go to the news and to Nick about this.
Right.
And then what happens? Niagara Reporter comes out with an article. So Niagara Reporter can sit there and say Nick D'Angelo is not the managing editor all they want, but Nick D'Angelo just recently wrote that article for Carrie, his clients, which is a rule you're not allowed to do that. You're not allowed to use the press
Right.
to gain upper hand in litigation. Like he broke the law.
Several times. Yes.
Yeah.
So right there, he should be getting in trouble for that. And not only that, but he's still sharing everything from the Niagara Reporter onto the Niagara Action, the Action 716. He's sharing it like straight from the page, and they already admitted it. So why would the Niagara Reporter, who sits there and says they're investigative reporters, they seek the truth, they nothing but the truth, but they're sitting there lying to everybody that they still have a serial rapist working with them and writing for them. That's why they only put staff reporter. You notice
Right.
they won't put by this person, by
Ever.
a name.
Yeah.
It's staff reporter because it used to always say Nick D'Angelo. Now they have to make sure people believe them when they say Nick D'Angelo doesn't work there, so they put staff reporter because it really should be saying by Nick D'Angelo. You guys are lying pieces of shit. That's what you are.
And that's like, why even do this? When you sit back and think about the story,
Yeah.
why would it ever even be written?
Right.
Like, if it wasn't for him,
Yeah.
like that's a story
only
that has
reason it was written
no,
is because of Nick D'Angelo.
right, has no bearing. Like,
No,
why would
nobody
we?
gives a shit.
Why would that'd be something that should be? But you wouldn't, because no one. It isn't like that's the mayor or a councilman or somebody
You mean
or
to tell me the Niagara Reporter didn't have enough time to redo the Nick D'Angelo thing, write an article for the Nick
Oh.
D'Angelo situation, but they just jump into that and write an article for
nothing.
that?
Yeah, like 'cause these people aren't like they're prominent. You know what I mean? Like it's not
hope that guy
newsworthy.
from the casino sues the shit out of the Parletto and Nick D'Angelo,
And the rest of
especially Nick D'Angelo and the reporter. I hope he sues the shit out of them because he could.
He really could.
Yeah.
And that was and I guess that answers the question enough for me. Like, what was the point of ever writing it? Like, there
Right.
is nothing. It's not
What
newsworthy
did she
at all.
do to get that article written?
There's so much,
What did Nick make her do in order to get that article written?
And so now can you explain a little bit to me? What did they say in the art? Do you recall a lot of what they?
Oh, basically saying how like he beat her. He was dating a bunch of women from the casino, and he's got a lot of connections. He's very well connected, and you just
Oh,
a
okay.
bunch of
Just
shit,
throwing.
making him look bad and saying all this stuff, only telling her side of things.
I'd like to get a hold of him. Wouldn't it be great if he could come on and tell his story?
You know what? Maybe I'll message him after this.
Yeah, because he should have a chance
Yeah.
to speak out. Dave says, wasn't whatever his name is the cartoonist for the reporter back during the dice room? Maybe he was.
Yeah.
Maybe he was.
And now he's just a cartoon.
I don't know why he jumped into this.
I
This
love
is
how he says like, "Oh, well, nobody's helping me understand things. You guys are just saying, check this out, check that out." That is helping you understand. Check it out. What's so hard to do the
Right.
work? Check it out. Go look for yourself.
and our
And then people are sending him a bunch of things. It's just not our fault that you can't freaking read it.
yeah, because that's the problem. It's what the problem is what you wrote. Like, so there it is. We're sending you
Yeah.
what was written.
Exactly.
It's not pretty easy. Right.
Maybe if he checks his inbox, I'll see too.
The best thing to do, if it was me, is just go away.
Yeah.
Like at this point, stop.
Right.
Stop responding, stop doing everything, because there's no point.
No.
You're not going to get anywhere. You're not going to get anywhere trying to be. We're not listening no more to that bullshit of the innocent till proven guilty.
Yeah.
I'm not listening no more to that.
Yeah.
I'm done with that stuff. We've no more, because that was the Tony Farina bullshit.
Yeah.
We already went through that. What, 2 years now
Right.
ago?
Right. How many articles did they already write?
Oh my God. I mean, they're so lucky. They should probably right now be thanking you instead of saying a damn word. Their next article should be, we thank her for not, taking our money, taking whatever she wanted,
Right.
taking our ink, taking our whatever it is, because really they could have got it.
Oh yeah.
If we would, I mean,
think they still might get it.
statutes of limitations should not be on. This is ridiculous, because why would there be statutes on that when it stays forever on the internet? That's what I don't understand.
Exactly.
It's there forever. It isn't just in a newspaper like it used to be. The
Right.
newspaper could be used for the, for the bird cage. It's on the internet forever and ever.
Yeah.
And you're telling me that you can't? That's bull.
It's
That's
amazing.
garbage.
They had no problem talking about the Nick D'Angelo situation up until he got charged, and then they just went quiet
Yeah, very quiet.
when they were proven wrong. So the Niagara Reporter is shown to do nothing but say nothing but lies. And
They're in full support of him.
Oh yeah, and he
Full
still
support.
works there, so they're lying
So
to the
anything you
public.
can do to mess you up or try to threaten or give me more, or act like they're your friend for a second, give me more information. It's all bullshit.
I could have had Gerald's job there probably.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
Easily,
other
and
thing.
Carlotta offered me it, so
And Parlato's a misogynistic
big
piece of
time.
shit himself.
Right.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is, though, he did. Right. Think about all the offers made to you.
Oh,
Why
yeah.
would they do that?
Right.
That makes none of this makes sense if you look at it sensibly.
Let's say had something planned up their sleeve.
Mm-hmm. And are just trying, hopefully, to get you to be quiet.
Right.
That's
Well, that's never gonna happen.
no, and that's why that article about that guy. I mean, they're doing it so they think everyone's asleep.
Yeah.
It's obvious that article. Why in the world would that ever make the paper?
Right.
Who's
That's
a,
why nobody else is talking about it.
yeah, nothing. I mean, if that was prominent people, even the Gazette or the Buffalo News would have jumped on it. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
it's just not.
They even know better.
It's nonsense.
Those are supposed to be more professional papers, and the Niagara Reporter isn't professional.
No.
No, it's not.
I want to find out. I think it's wrong. I think some lawyer. Next time we talk to one, I think the internet is a different story. I know it's not, but it should be, because that pisses me off now to think about it. Because when if I type my name into Google, you know what's going to come up? That reporter thing
Mhm.
saying that I was being sued for slander.
Yeah.
I mean, you see what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's not going to be
You know what's
gone.
also going to come up though too, along with it, is how they promised to update everybody. And what they
Yes.
should be saying is, "Hey, John never got sued for slander.
Mm.
Nick backed down because
Because he's a
he
rapist.
was he's a rapist and he was wrong. And hey, they were all right on everything. We're fools. We're sorry for being such
And
pieces
It's really
of
not a
shit."
newspaper.
And then a
anyway.
human-
And we're victim shaming.
And a humongous retraction on you. I mean,
Yeah.
really, that has to be set straight. They are no longer anything until they do that.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got to do that.
They'll never be anything. They were never anything anyways, but they lost all credibility when they wrote that article about Noelle.
And it was over and over, because we had the Farina stuff. We had the other, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It was nonstop
Mhm.
nonsense back then. And
Ken Hamilton.
And
Mhm.
another beauty.
you have to, if they don't do that, then anyone out there that pays attention to it has got to, I mean, you can't need that much fake news in your life. You know what I mean? Like, do you really need
Right.
it? That you have to keep, they only tell the wrong side of the story, and they were very biased and not very, what's it say? With ethylene of the, Robin, read that for me.
The title
I'm blind.
of journalists.
As I found out during 2013, 2015, when they were reporting
In
about
quotes.
reporting about my daughter, idiots.
Oh, they were writing about your daughter?
Yeah, Nate has, yeah, we'll have to talk off air. I'll tell you what, that thing has to be stopped. It really needs, and I'm for the freedom of speech stuff. I really am.
Yeah.
I like everyone, do what you got to do. But if you want to continue, I just wish, you know what I want?
Do it in a way that's actually professional in the right way and not slandering people.
Yeah, they're not journalists. I agree. And
They're not.
the other thing is, like,
They want to be journalists.
at this point, it should just be. I just wish I hope the public does what it's got to do and just shuts them down.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the best way it goes. Is the people just stop, rebuke that. You know what I mean? You don't mess around no more. But the internet lives forever, and that's garbage.
Yeah.
Statutes need to go away on that because I can't get away from that. You can't get away. I
Right.
can't. No one can when it's there.
I'm still gonna go after them. Regardless. I'll figure it out, but I'm gonna go after them.
Yeah, I want to look it up too about that, about the internet and
Yeah.
what statute of limitations are on things that are written. Like they should have to take it down.
They should.
That should at least happen.
That's that's
Mhm.
what should be considered for slander or defamation. But they did.
Yeah,
Right.
that is, yes, that's what all the times that we get
Mhm.
served stuff.
Yeah.
That's what it
Yeah.
is. I mean, let's see here. The only good thing about their paper is for bonfire material. That is
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
And I hope people don't bother with them. It's not even a paper anymore, right? They just do it online.
Yeah.
It's just a periodical. You know, real quick before it slips my mind, because I wanted to mention it. It's totally off topic, okay? But I see someone else was running for mayor in Niagara Falls.
Oh,
Glenn Shalokian is
Yeah.
trying it again. So just wanted to put a mention out
Yeah.
there that he is also in the mix.
so
As
who's all running together? Demetrius.
they're all trying to get their petition signed. So you got Nix, you got Shalokian, of course, the mayor himself, and the Republicans will put up some kind of a straw man,
Yeah.
you know, some sort of it's someone there.
Yeah.
Just to do it. The only good thing about their paper, that's right down. I said that about the bonfire material. So okay, we got those people. Nothing, unfortunately, it just doesn't feel real. And
Yeah.
I get to the point where I don't care, and I know that's probably horrible to say, but I don't.
The
And
outcome's always the same.
Yeah, I'm starting-
Nothing's
I almost wish I wish in my perfect world, I would have an enormous outpouring of people not voting.
Right.
That's what I would do. I would have no one vote, so they can go there. It could be 3-1. Oh,
Yeah.
mayor wins 3-1, or he pitched the shutout 5-0.
Yeah.
And then what I would do is have a mass just unregistering, just getting out of all these parties, just go.
Mhm.
But they
Yeah.
never will. And that's why I was so upset a little bit when I saw Nix. I was telling them, don't be giving them voters.
Right.
Don't register these. Let them vote. Get them to register, but be no party.
Yeah.
Especially here, I really wish they would allow a difference between your local and your federal stuff and your state stuff. I
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
wish we could
That's
have
a good
that.
idea, yeah.
Because and I think locally we shouldn't even have parties. I've said this a
Yeah.
million times. No
Be the
parties.
place Right
Mhm.
there.
It would be so easy to do here. I mean, I understand statewide you can't,
Right.
but I would definitely wish you could do that. And also, by the way, the city does need council people that are from districts, you know?
Right.
It's
Mhm.
kind of messed up that we don't have that here, like
Right.
every other city. So the reporter seems to be not really doing anything, I don't think, with you know who they'll end up going? You know what they'll end up doing is, right now, for some reason, I don't know why it's, someone's making it worth their while going after the mayor.
Yeah.
Like, it really is. Someone is making it worth their while to do that.
Mhm.
Because they're doing it big time. Go look at the Frank report.
Oh, yeah.
It's relentless. Skirl in there. He's relentless.
Maybe the mayor told Nick he can't take pictures of him, and
Yeah,
that set him off.
probably can't be seen.
Yeah.
You know, you don't want to be seen.
Obviously.
Although he's seen everywhere. He's
Yeah.
just doing it
Yeah.
all. So what do we got? We've got another 2 months. What do we
2
got?
months.
The 6th.
Yeah.
And somewhere in there, they're going to select a jury. In between now and then.
I just
right?
hope to God that he doesn't somehow pay off the juror, find out what the jurors are, pay them
Well, I
off.
mean, look where you are. I mean, look how the corruption. I mean, I have doubts that he'll do anything. This guy has been protected like unbelievable.
Yeah, I have doubts too. I'm concerned. I've been concerned over plea deal type stuff.
Yeah.
That if 'cause I just look at the guy in Lewiston
Yeah.
getting that, he got
That's-
nothing.
And
For what
during
he
the
did.
Murdoch trial.
Murdoch,
yesterday, they changed 6 of the jurors.
Yes,
Mhm.
But
Right.
throughout the trial, 6 jurors got exchanged.
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, what the hell was
Yeah.
that about?
I don't
Like,
know, but they
hold
got
on.
his ass. That's for
I
sure.
understand it, but still, 6 jurors while they're doing the thing, and the last one right up until when they were supposed to go out and deliberate, and then they took another juror and
Yes,
switched it
yes, I saw
during
that. Right
deliberation.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like, serious?
Mhm.
Well, that person divulged stuff to somebody else.
So they
got
say.
caught.
I mean,
Well,
we don't
okay.
really know.
But I'll tell you what, I
I-
like Southern justice a little better than Northern justice.
I read that they told someone that they thought he was not guilty
See?
and
well, they get.
said it to 3 different
Here's
people.
what I don't understand. That guy, D'Angelo is nowhere close to what that guy was. I mean, that family, that's decades worth of just, you know what I mean? He doesn't, that's why I don't understand why they just don't cut this guy loose and say enough's enough. Because really.
Remember, we should tell Janelle that. Cut him loose. Turn that bastard in.
What's the difference? Yeah, what do you need? You don't need nothing.
Look a little better.
He's
Right.
got
That's
something
possible.
on them.
And if
Yeah.
he is
He
allowed,
has-
if he's allowed
Yeah.
to use that to get out of jail time, we
I know
got
what
we
he's
got a
got on
problem.
Janelle, for sure. Got a few things on Janelle.
Oh God.
She knows.
Man. Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Wow. Oh, real quick before we're still going here, but next week we have Kimberly Lowe will be with us.
Yeah.
She's
Right.
running for U.S. Senator in Virginia, but who cares because she's got a lot to say. She was in Palestine, East Palestine, whatever it was in Ohio.
That'll be
She's got a
interesting.
lot to say. She was talking about train derailments the other night I saw, and she
Yeah.
doesn't understand why they keep derailing. And so it's going to be interesting
That'll be really
Talk to
interesting.
her.
to talk to her.
and see what she's thinking and how her race is going.
Toxic things by rail is not good.
Yeah.
You're better off with pipelines and something like that. Not something that's moving.
Did you hear what Ryan said the other day? That he said that people around there are talking like Mickey Mouse. Is that true?
Oh, Frank, Frank said it's gotta be. true.
That's what I was saying.
Where did you hear that?
I don't know where
If that
he heard it
happens-
from, but
Watching too many people.
I'm sorry. I mean, that could be the least of the.
it made me laugh a little bit. But these they were
I knew it, right? That's kind of like him. Hi, Ryan. How you doing?
Thinking like, if that's all, if you think that was the only effect, that wouldn't be so bad. If you had to speak like Mickey,
Yeah.
that'd be all right. I mean, it'd be tough, but yeah, but
People, she jumped in now.
Yeah.
oh, God, you know what? Come on.
She ain't gonna do anything.
She
Yeah.
must want to be a vice president. Yeah.
Well, she's got to be better than what we have.
I don't know. The fact that she said she wouldn't
Scared me.
run if Trump ran, and now she's running, I don't like it.
I like
But-
her, but not for president. I want somebody who like out of the box person. Like
Yeah.
that. I mean, he's really no politician at all.
Can you do me a quick favor? Read what Dominic wrote.
Okay.
Because I can't see, but I put it up.
The fact this trial is held in Niagara County is a conflict. Just look at it this way. Nick, aka Mr. Motions, works there. That trial should be held in a place like Rochester. One thing I liked about the Murdaugh trial, the judge there had every picture of his family taken off the wall
Yeah.
to make sure the trial was fair.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, his father, Murdoch's father was a big
Great.
Yeah, and his grandfather and
was a big thing
great-grandfather.
down there.
Yeah.
That's not far from there. Every place we go to in South Carolina, because Buford's right up the road, and that he used to be, whatever. But anyway,
I think that we couldn't even move this to Erie County. You know,
Yeah,
just
I know.
leave it
how
there.
hard is that?
What's the problem? I say Orleans. I don't care.
Erie County's Grand
at
Island.
least moved it over.
Right.
I mean, what is reading an Erie County judge
Nothing.
in going to do? You're
You
still
could
in
go right here on
there.
Grand Island, it's Erie County.
Yeah.
Just
I don't
over the
even
bridge,
know
boom.
this judge well. I mean, I don't even know anything. He could know this
They're
judge
setting
too,
everything up.
because he works in
They're
Erie
setting
County too. So
Speaking of Grand Island, there's some crazy stuff going on. If you go to the ugly truth about the girl next door,
Okay.
unfortunately. Yeah, and I missed some of it, but there's a couple more that have come forward, and there was one that was so sad. I mean, it's a mess. It was like the girl. It was the same church, but it was back in the '90s, and she was abused. She was being sold by the pastor, whatever. It was just a big mess. Just people are coming out. You can see they're starting. It's
I'm
unraveling.
glad you
Yeah.
went there. Wow.
But yeah, I can't even imagine what I wish they would. They don't do any interviews though. I keep on
Yeah.
asking. I'd love for them to do an
I
interview
wish it was.
so we could talk.
I
but,
know.
they don't do one. I gotta check out I haven't checked out their podcast yet. I guess one of these times I should
Yeah.
see it. I haven't seen
I haven't
it.
looked at it either.
How close was Shaloki in his last run? He wasn't close at all. He wasn't close. It was a beating. And sadly, I think it may end up that way again. It'll probably be a 2-1 thing. I mean, it's just the problem when you're going up against the mayor is he brings with him Kathy Hochul, Henry Witted, and he's
Yeah.
bringing people that if need
Yeah.
be, they'll make it what they
The
want
big
it to be.
guns, yeah.
You know what I mean?
They'll have
So, the only chance you have here, I really believe, is if you were not a part of the party, and you have to be relentless. You'd have to be loud, relentless, and you got to go without the parties because I don't care, but these robots that go vote, they just always just like a magnet. They just head over to their side and flip the lever. So
That's it. Democrat, I'm voting Democrat. I'm a Republican, I'm voting, regardless of what's out
I would love to just do name recognition. Name recognition would be fine by me.
Yeah.
I don't even care
Yeah.
if you didn't have those people behind you, but they don't want it that way, and there's a reason for that. Anyways, so the reporter will have to. I'm sure there'll be more
Yeah.
by next week. 'Cause this
Oh,
guy
yeah.
doesn't be quiet.
No, he doesn't. He's like their little cheerleader.
Why doesn't he just shut up?
I know.
That's all I keep thinking to myself. Stop.
He's like trying so hard to make like the reporter look good.
Yeah.
there. Actually, it's kind of fun. Let them keep talking.
Yeah, right.
All right, keep it up.
What do we
Keep it
got?
up.
Oh, here's a nice look at this from Kim. Noelle, now I know where you get your beauty from. It's from your mom.
Oh, yay!
Hey.
Yeah, that's Gerry.
That's the first I heard that one. I always get told it's from my dad.
Kim says.
Thank you, Kim.
Well, there you have it, folks. What's up the rest of the week? Anything, Noelle? Same, right?
Same.
stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
We should work on trying to see if that guy ever wants to speak with us.
Which one?
The guy from that they wrote the horrible article.
Oh, I know.
That'd be
sure.
interesting if he'd come on and talk to us about
I
it.
actually did contact him. I've been speaking to him, but I should ask him if he wants to come on and tell his side.
Yeah, we would love to have it. And I got to get myself more. That's how ridiculous it is. It shouldn't even. I can't get out of my head. It shouldn't even be a story.
Right.
It shouldn't even
They
be out
shouldn't.
there. I never met your dad yet with a smiley face. So there you go. I think that's it.
Not the man I was, Kim.
Yeah.
I used to be pretty.
So tomorrow night, if everything goes well, we'll have a show. Robin live.
So yeah.
Well, you never know if it break loose. You never know. I don't know. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna say nothing.
Well, yeah.
Are we having it or not? I'm not saying nothing. I don't
Yeah, we're having a show.
Right, you
Unless
know-
you're planning
know.
some chaos that
No,
I'm not.
we're having a show. But
That's what the rabbit
yeah,
show.
Yeah.
chaos comes to me. I don't look for it. You know
Well,
what?
sometimes you're a little extra cautious of chaos, so you notice it when.
That's kind of that's
Extra cautious of chaos. So I should just sit there and let chaos I should just be on. Right. I shouldn't be ready. I just go, whoa, here it comes and get blown over. Is that what you want?
I go quick. Dogs are all female. Goldfish is female.
You know,
Surrounded on either side. Your friends come over. I'm a goner.
so it sounds like tomorrow we're gonna do one, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what we're gonna talk about?
No idea.
All right.
I never have any idea until Tuesday, and then I.
Well, it is we try to keep the conversation going from here.
Right.
So we got a little bit from here for you.
Yeah.
You know.
You always try to hold me
Yes,
back
never
from
been
my
there.
national.
Be on there.
Yeah, you ready?
But the national politics, I don't know. What are we gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I don't know, something national. I like
I
national
see.
stuff.
Make it good. Because I got to sit there and I'm the host, so I actually have to.
There's been death on the
Speed.
southern border. An American family was kidnapped going into by the cartels. They went into why you would go to Mexico now is beyond me. They actually have a thing of warning people don't go there. They went through, they saw a bunch of cars, they tried to speed around them, and all those cars were the cartels. Got them, shot at them a little bit, and they stopped, got them, and threw them like, I think they must have beat them unconscious, and then threw them in the back of a pickup truck. It's on you'll see it on Fox News tonight.
I saw
They kidnapped them.
somewhere else, and I don't know what news station it was. It may have been Fox. I'm not sure. Where they were talking about now they're going to the northern border to talk. There was someone. Remember?
Yeah.
I wish I could remember. Oh my God, that's something I want to look into because they're talking about the northern border being a problem now too.
Right? Yeah.
And something was happening. They were gonna go. I don't know where the hell I heard. Maybe it was on a local news channel.
Green
Actually,
lights on, so they're going around now, going to the northern and pouring down.
well, northern border's us. I mean, it's right here. So
You wait till this affects your towns and in fact, I went to the grocery store again. There was Tops, in fact, and there was a group of foreigners, let me put it that way, and they were speaking Hispanic, and there was an interpreter followed with somebody with Tops who was with the interpreter, and they were going through the aisles showing them what to do.
while
Mhm.
Instacarting, I saw two guys that didn't speak English, and you could tell they were Mexican. I don't know, maybe Guatemalan. I'm not sure. They were pushing their cart, and with them was a lady with them.
Yes.
And she had a tag on. I couldn't see what it was, and it was a New York State tag, and they were helping them grocery shop. So
With our money.
and
Well, yeah.
Our money. 90, and New York City's paying 90 million like a month for the hotels, all their food, great hotels, not just great, and they're trashing them. Then they sent them to Canada. Ones I want to go to Canada, and then they didn't like Canada. They wanted to come back, and they're doing it for them. They're absolutely doing it for them.
wow, you
It
know,
goes on every single day. Talk about people that are not aware of what's going on until they go to their store and they're standing in line, and there's
just like here, just
people
like
with whole things full of nothing but milk. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah.
buying so they're gonna wait a minute. What's going on? And that's all it is they're getting it for free.
it's just like this thing that we deal with assault, sexual assault and everything.
Yeah.
They don't pay attention to it.
Doesn't
It's got to
touch you.
happen to you.
Yeah.
You don't want to wait because you don't want it to happen to you.
Right.
You don't want it to be your family, or I guess you wouldn't want that happening next door to you, whatever you want to say. But
Oh, I'm too busy. I got other things. I got a lot of problems in my life. I can't be bothered with that right now. That's always a good one.
You will be.
Right now.
you will be.
But when it happens, watch
I
out.
hope they do get bothered with it, to be honest.
Yeah.
Too bad you got to poke. You got to poke and wake them up.
So Antoinette DeBar, she joined us earlier. If you didn't see it, it's in the beginning of the show, the first half. She is an abuse survivor coach. She does a masterclass, she calls it, for people to become survivors that are victims. Support for abuse survivors is the Facebook group. You can go to Antoinette DeBar's, what do you call it? Her Facebook page itself. She's on Instagram and all that too. So check her out if, it's just a different way, I guess.
Yeah.
Although it's funny, it's all the same though. Like you hear her story, it's the same story. Here, there, everywhere.
Yeah.
So
It really is.
it's really kind of nuts when I don't know why it blows my mind. Maybe it's
I
because she
know.
was in England.
Probably that's just something going
Yeah. What really did it for me was the court.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe
I
what she
know.
said that about.
I can only imagine what she actually had to go through.
I really couldn't believe when I heard her say
It's
that.
not just here.
No, it's worldwide. They're taking children.
Whether to be happy or not about that.
Oh yes,
All over the world.
that's a nutty story. Oh my
Well,
God.
look at that in Africa. I mean, the girls, they're doing, what do they do to? Yeah, they mutilate them.
Oh.
You know what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. That's been going on forever. A lot of the tribes do that. They die of infections like crazy and everything.
The YWCA, 716-433-6714. Robin has been to the YWCA. I've been there. It's great if you're a survivor of sexual assault, rape, and it was even back 35 years ago. It could have been yesterday. Give them a call. They're there waiting for you, standing by. Basically, the advocates are there to go with you to, where would they go, Robin? To school, not school, what am I saying? To the hospital, to court, to the lawyer, right?
Police station.
Police
yeah.
station. And then when you call, who were you talking to? Do you remember? What was her name?
My counselor was Pam McKinney, and my advocate was Rachel Sandal Sacco.
We had her on the show once, Rachel Sandal Sacco. We had her on. We got to get them on again. But anyways, the YWCA, please call them. They're there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And they're there to help you, and they will. They helped Robin a lot. They helped me to figure out, when I found out everything, it made me learn what a survivor goes through. Human trafficking, 888-373-7888.
Yeah, it's happening everywhere. It's happening in Grand Island. It's happening here in Niagara Falls. Please, if you think you've heard about somebody being trafficked, or you think you know somebody being trafficked, or you see something that looks off, call that number. They'll look into it.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's anonymous too.
Anonymous. Yep. YouTube, Friends Media Network. You can find all of our shows, including the Spitball and Sports podcast, along with Balls Count Anywhere, Robin's show, this show. You can check it out. That's about it for us today. Don't forget our stars.
Yes, please.
Stars.
Yep, if you can, 99 cents goes a long way. We're already building up to the point where we can start thinking about doing some things,
Yeah.
especially, I'm telling you, and I promise from this show at least, after we get through that D'Angelo stuff,
Mhm.
there's going to be something coming to Niagara County that they're going to be shocked with.
Yeah.
Because they're not going to know it's coming.
No, they're
They're
not.
not going to announce it, and you're going to see, and it'll be, and we're going to,
More helpful than the police. That's for sure.
yep, and we're going to do it live. You'll get to see it.
Yeah.
Real fast, I guess I'll grab a couple of these. Stacy says, it's very concerning. D'Angelo's trial is in Niagara County. The clerk's office obstructed 28 plus documents from my record Some up to 10 years old are suddenly being found after I complained. If
Wow.
judges are conflict, so is the staff and court staffers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And we're gonna go, I know, but I always just think of that Lewiston trial.
I
The
know.
Belter thing makes me scared. I get a little sick when I see that. They didn't even put him in prison. They did nothing to him.
This guy had no bail, didn't even pay a penny of
Yeah.
bail. It's the same. I mean, it's hard not to think this guy's gonna scoop.
Yeah.
It's, you know, and then they
And then they
wonder
don't
why
just bomb
people,
either.
they wonder why people end up with vigilante justice. They wonder
Yeah.
why. They feed it. They
Yeah.
feed the machine. People can only take so much, right?
Right.
Right.
And sadly, our system is not set up for victims.
no.
No,
I
it's
cannot believe how it really protects or whatever the predator.
Everything, our law is way out of order now. Cashless, cashless bail is causing death and like crazy. New York State's nuts anyway. Gonna go down south to the swamps and get some swamp justice.
Next
Yeah.
week, our guest, before we go, let me remind everybody, is Kimberly Lowe. Look forward to talk to her again.
Yeah.
And she's got a lot to talk about those train derailments since she was in East Palestine. So we'll get to talk to her about that.
Drink the water, it's Fang.
Anything else? Let's see. Oh, I like this. We can end the show on this. Not the victim justice system. True.
Right.
It's not. All right, let's get going. Noelle, we're going to keep an eye on your page.
Yeah.
For everything, any developments in any of this stuff we
Yeah.
talked about.
The petition, if you haven't signed it, we're almost at 500 signatures. Please sign it, share.
Yes, please. And Citizens United will also have everything that Noelle does pretty much. I just transfer over to Citizens United, so we're good. All right, let's get out of here. Let me find our goodbye music.
Goodbye, music.
Yeah. It's kind of like Barney. Like Barney. Everybody- Yeah. All right, everybody. So long, farewell.